泡椒。唉。 看赛提克先发阵容也太变态了吧！素质怎么这么高？
It's the Philadelphia 76ers taking on the Boston Celtics. Alongside Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. We'll be joined by Allie LaForce courtside. And it's going to be the Sixers off the tip. And the officials will call the illegal screen here. Well, Grant, when you take a look at this matchup, both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, BA. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back and forth action in this one.
Now Holiday. On the wing, Tatum. Brown scanning the floor. Back to Tatum. Offensive rebound, Celtics. Goes back up. Misses off the left iron.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
Embiid gets the bucket.
That's just not fair. 7-footers like Embiid, but that size, they aren't supposed to shoot like that.
An MVP in this league, Richard, Joel Embiid. Is there any way to slow this guy down?
The answer, no, BA. There is no way to slow him down. He's got the unique ability of size, skill, athleticism. You name it, he's got it.
Boston foul.
And Jaylen Brown gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Ball to the paint. Here's George. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
With how good PG-13's jumper is, that is an easy make.
Pass to White. And now the Sixers on the break. Here's Bona. Here's Yabusele, hounded by Tatum. To the wing on the left. Here's Bona. To the left side wing. To the inside. Over to the left wing. Prime shot is off.
And the defense was right on him there. Nice contest.
Kick out to Brown. Releases from 15. The three. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Now Philadelphia with it. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
I caught up with Coach Joe Mazzulla.
Good call.
I asked him what he told his team in regards to how to guard Paul George tonight. He told me Paul is a tremendous player. I told our guys that when he's attacking, we need to help one another out. It has to be a team effort defending him. So it sounds like he'll be sending plenty of defenders PG-13's way.
Thank you for that, Allie.
I love whenever Porzingis hits the offensive boards. He has the height needed to hurt defenses in this regard.
Talking about Tyrese Maxey, Grant, here's a guy who's improved every year.
Yeah, BA. I mean, from averaging 8 as a rookie to 26 points during his breakout 4th year, Maxey has added to his game every offseason and turned himself into an elite scorer.
A natural scorer who plays with a lot of energy. Maxey, he's going to have a long career.
That's how you do it. Work for the high percentage look.
Outside Maxey. Here's Yabusele. Back to Maxey. The shake. Hauled in by Brown.
Give the defender credit. Willing to challenge the shot. Lots of other guys just let them score there.
Porzingis with it. Guarded now by Maxey. The game now all tied up.
You know this is coming with Brown. He is a ruthless sniper outside.
Timeout call for the 76ers. And when Porzingis can be a third option on a team, he is deadly and efficient, RJ.
We've always seen Porzingis as the guy or as a second option. But when he has elite teammates around him, he really flourishes.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. Here's Lowry. Out to Oubre. And that comes off the assist by Lowry.
And just a shrewd pass by Lowry. He has a gift for seeing what's happening on the floor and finding shooters.
The kick out to White. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
对，送分。
And so Lowry will bring it up for Philadelphia. It's a three-point game. Out to the wing. Right side Oubre. Here's McCain. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far.
The 76ers, 10.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And looking at what we've seen from Philadelphia, what do you guys think?
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
Making it as difficult as possible for the offense to find clean looks. Great stuff.
太扯啦！
Downtown, Jaylen Brown.
That's a guy you want taking shots. A quality offensive player.
Boston on offense. We know how great Joel Embiid is, but he simply hasn't been as effective in the postseason.
That is because of all the defensive attention he gets. We know things tighten up in the postseason and things become much more challenging. That's why he needs a better supporting cast.
Here's Grimes. He's scoreless. Here's George. And he banks in the layup.
George.
Yeah, muscling his way for the bucket. George doing what he does best.
White on the wing. The three. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Here in the second quarter, a little over a minute of play. Grimes' shot is off. It's stolen by Oubre. Back to George. Fires the three. Buries it from three. George has got 5 points in the quarter.
Gets the ball and takes the shot. It's that easy for Paul George.
Pass to Porzingis. Right side Tatum. Cashes in the 12-footer.
The defense must be aware of where Tatum is, especially when he's roaming around that mid-range.
Oubre with it. Now guarded by White. The offensive rebound.
Joel
Embiid.
And when the game is this close, you have to go all out.
He certainly understands his role, huh? When the shot goes up, just crashes the offensive glass.
He's just giving them everything he has. It's why his teammates appreciate and enjoy playing with him.
The kick to Tatum. Outside Holiday. No good with the triple. The Sixers leading. With an MVP trophy under his belt, Joel Embiid has only become more dominant, RJ.
I think that 2023 MVP increased his confidence. It allowed him to feel like he really was the best player in the world. And I think it motivated him to keep pushing himself. And the results speak for themselves because the stats, they back that up.
稳住啊，稳住啊，各位
And！ keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
You gotta love Tyrese Maxey's approach to the game. He said, quote, "I really have a simple life. I have this joy about playing basketball. I like putting in the work, so I'm extremely focused, extremely competitive, and I'm out here having the time of my life. I get to do what I love every single day, and it's a blessing," unquote. Brian, he's such a positive guy.
Yeah, he really is. Thanks for that, Allie. Celtics trail by 4. Here's Tatum. Again, the miss by Boston. So it's Philadelphia now. That one drops 4.
Jr.
Oubre's gotten 4 this quarter.
Nice pass by Embiid, smartly taking advantage of a wide-open man.
White for 3. Boston, no good that time either.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Here's Maxey. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. The rebound, Celtics.
And the defense gets bailed out by the miss. He usually converts that.
And here's Brown for 3. The rebound by Maxey.
Great job of closing the space and getting a hand up.
Yeah, that's a good defender making a play, and he does it without fouling.
That's the end of the first half.
And so we wrap up the first.
The Celtics 15. The 76ers.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Well, Grant, you were an excellent defender in your day. So who was the toughest player you had to guard?
Well, there's so many great players, Michael, LeBron, but let's talk about the late, great Kobe Bryant. I mean, he really had no weaknesses, and even if you defended him perfectly, there's a good chance he can still make the shot.
Fires at the elbow. Pass to George. There's the triple. It's hauled in by White. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. They trail by 6. And that one's good.
Wanting it more. Jaylen Brown, this man competes. And teammates, they take notice of things like that.
Now here's George. 7 points in the game.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can threat him with the lead pass. Well done.
One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
Now here's George. Inside. It's stolen by Tatum. Holiday from long range. No good. The Sixers lead by 6. Here's McCain. Tatum pulls it in. Got a piece of it. George with a steal. They're running. A nice shot by McCain.
And this kind of play is only going to grow their lead, holding the other guys down on defense and converting on the turnover.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Tatum.
Substitution on the court.
2 minutes into the second half of play now.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
White on the wing. Outside Holiday. Pass to Brown. Back to Porzingis. Just 5 on the clock. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. Again, the miss by Boston.
Locking the arc down. Defense knows it's on them to scare off those shots.
He's not going to take it easy when he gets to the bucket. George will hammer it home.
Well, Grant, you often hear about how smooth Paul George's game is.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. Young players can learn a lot by watching his footwork. His timing, his ability to find the space he needs, it's just tremendous.
Philadelphia.
And Philadelphia calls time here. And you look at Derek White, Richard. The energy he plays with, it is remarkable.
That's his greatest attribute, his activity on both ends of the floor. Having a high motor is a skill. He keeps coming and tries to wear you down.
Both teams will make substitutions. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Back to Lowry. Craig with a steal. rebound by Philadelphia. They've led by as much as 10. White on the wing. Right side Brown. "51 seconds left in the third quarter."
Philadelphia.
And Eric Gordon gets the whistle that time.
Gordon.
That's his first foul of the game.
Foul. Second team foul.
There's 48 seconds left in the third quarter here. Outside, Brown. 5 to shoot. Back to Pritchard. Lowry with a steal.
Nice defense. Reading the play, using some quick hands to take it away. And they've made themselves easy pickings. Sloppy ball control creates an easily converted turnover.
Pass to White. Drills the baseline jumper.
Okay, let's throw out the analytics for a moment. When he's taking the mid-range, it's a winning shot.
He gets it in there.
Since half, there's been a stark contrast between these teams. I'm talking about efficiency at the offensive end.
And start with their defense. They've been intense on that end, and they can actually help their offense as well.
And here's Brown for 3. And he can't get that one. And that'll do it for the third quarter. Sixers ahead. Up 9.
The Celtics.
And fourth quarter basketball.
22. The 76ers. 31.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Lowry with it.
Boston foul.
Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation.
First team foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Here's Grimes. Good on the bucket.
Maxey.
And the
Assisted by
76ers lead by 11.
George.
So tenacious. Maxey finds a way through.
On the wing, Holiday. Outside Tatum. White on the wing. Three-pointer goes up. Three-pointer goes down for White.
He's the last guy you want to leave alone on the perimeter.
Outside Oubre. And here is Maxey. And that one is hammered home.
What a read by Maxey. Sees how the play opens up and sends the ball that way.
Fourth quarter still young. Just over a minute played. Outside, Brown. Over George. Brown can't hit. The Sixers lead by 10. George's shot is off.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
To the middle. Kick out to Brown. And there's a 3-second violation.
这不传啊？这不打掉啊？干！
We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Outside Maxey. A deep 3. Offensive board. Second chance shot. Again, the Sixers score.
Recognize the D is closing in. Maxey letting it go.
The ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Maxey. Pass to Embiid. Over Porzingis. George, right side. And here's Oubre from the arc. Gets the 3 to fall.
Junior. 3.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the
有点
76ers.
荡的啦。
They've been defending with excellent anticipation all game long. Just look at how many times they've managed to get their hands on the ball.
宕机啊，大哥！
Yeah, another thing they did well, running the floor. They've kept the
Thank
pace
you.
high and pulled away with their transition offense.
That's an 8-second
干，打小
violation.
啦！宕机啊，网络不稳啊，不要被反败啊，哥！
Boston ball.
好，不要。
And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
不给机会啊！浪费点时间啊！
Celtics trail.
干三小啦！